confirmation from the presidency that Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole will leave office by mutual agreement. That's what they're saying. For more on this, let's speak to the national spokesperson for the South African Police Union. That is Lesiba Thobakgale. Lesiba, very good evening to you. So your reaction first to the departure of the police commissioner. Good news?
Thembekile, as SAPU, we are not surprised that what has happened declared by the president today, it has happened in that way. We saw it coming clearly. We knew that indeed it is difficult for the president to fire the national commissioner, Khehla Sitole. And when we look further, we happen to ask ourselves, what is it that is preventing the president, if indeed the national commissioner failed in doing his duties, that the president does not fire him, but instead he said that there is a mutual agreement between them so that he can leave office on the 31st of March. When you fire somebody, you don't give them a notice to say you will be fired on such and such a day to come. But it is clear that the national commissioner has been bought out. And when we look into these issues, as SAP, it is our position clearly that political interests have been placed forward above the interests of the country. Like the statement of the presidency is saying that it is in the interest of the country. We as SAPU, we are saying that it is not in the interest of the country, but it is in the interest, it is in the political interest of those who have an interest within policing. Because clearly, when we look at what has happened between the national commissioner and the minister, that has been waiting for so long for the president to act.
So
from the time that he's...
Just on that point, I want to pick up on the point you're making about how we're told that Commissioner Sitole is leaving by mutual agreement. He's not been fired by the president. Last October, the commissioner gave reasons why he felt he should not be suspended after damning findings against him as far as his conduct in an IPID investigation looking into the controversial procurement of surveillance equipment for the ANC conference in 2017. As we sit here tonight, since October, we still don't know what reasons Sitole gave.
And even now, Thembekile, looking into the statement that was issued by the presidency, it is clearly showing that it is not known what is it that has happened between the presidency and the national commissioner for them to agree. Because indeed, if he gave the reasons and he found that indeed the national commissioner was found to be wanting, he would have fired him. But for them to reach a mutual agreement, like any other employee, if there's a case that an employee must face, the national commissioner was supposed to be disciplined if indeed those allegations, that were made about iPad and so on were indeed there. But we see a mutual agreement. This clearly shows you that there is a political issue that is going on here for the national commissioner to be given that he must be bought out instead of him being fired, if indeed he is supposed to be fired by the presidency, as he was requested to give reasons why he should not be suspended.
So who do you believe would have benefited from a politically, shall we say, palatable exit for the commissioner?
Please come again.
Who do you think then would have benefited most from this rather polite departure for the commissioner? You saying the president should have been clearer in whether he's firing him or not, but they're saying he's leaving by mutual agreement. So who benefits then from this rather polite sort of explanation or managed exit?
But it is clear, Thembekile, that political issues are the ones that are placed, or political interests are the ones that are placed ahead of everything, even ahead of policing. Because any issue that was happening between the national commissioner and the police minister, when we look at what was happening, it is clear that that relationship has polluted a whole lot of things. So we see politics taking over policing, where the interests of politicians are the ones that are being looked at rather than the interests of policing in this country, rather than the interests of the citizens of this country, because we strongly don't believe that it is in the interest of the citizens as it is appearing in that statement.
And going forward, we're waiting now for an announcement in due course, as per the words of the presidency tonight, on a new commissioner for the police service. What are you hoping will be taken into consideration when that appointment is made?
We want it to happen as soon as possible. The NDP should be followed like it happens with the JSC. We want that person to go through public participation. We want it to be on the media. Few candidates must be interviewed. And we also want a seasoned career policewoman to take that place. It has been our position that our women, we've got career policewomen who are capable to be national commissioners, and we hope that those interviews will happen in terms of the NDP, and the president will consider a woman to be the next national commissioner. And further, we want to see a board of inquiry into the whole of police, so that the one who will inherit the police, they can inherit it in a better state than what it is. Because even if you remove the current national commissioner without having a board of inquiry to look into the whole of the police, then the person will inherit the same problems, will keep on having them time and again, like we had these challenges from the time of George Fivers.
Thank you very much for that. South African Police Union spokesperson Lesiba Thobakgale reacting tonight to the news that the Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole will be leaving at the end of next month.